Good morning, friends. Hey, it is April 1st, April Fool's Day. Glad you're with us, everyone. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Irambar. We're not going to play any pranks on you.
Oh,
That's
sure.
I'm not into
It's a long
that.
newscast.
I don't know. I hope we don't. But yes, thank you so much for joining us. A new month. It is rent day. That reminds me.
That too.
Oh, got to write the check.
Yeah.
And send it over to Evan now and see what's
If anything, the joke's on us with how long this newscast is on a Friday,
it's
right?
supposed to be April showers.
That's,
right?
there we go. April showers bring May flowers, and that's what we're encountering this morning. A little bit of drizzle on the screen here, deep marine layer, so cloudy skies once the sun starts to come up. Overcast for the most part through the morning hours, and then by the afternoon, those clouds will break apart. Those showers will taper off, and we'll pick up on partly cloudy conditions. Temperatures mainly in the 60s across the board. As far as traffic goes, no major crashes or collisions that we're tracking on your Friday morning. A pretty slow start to your morning commute. If we see any impacts on the roads, we, of course, will keep you up to date here as well as on CBS8.com. Back to you.
Today marks some big changes that will impact your next big concert or sporting event.
Yeah, this is big. It's another sign of normalcy as COVID cases, hospitalizations are coming down. So what mega event may you be going to? CBS 8's Chris Grow joining us now to explain what we need to know before our next big show. Good morning, Chris.
And good morning, Eric and Netta. And look, it seems we've been teasing these new signs of normalcy for a little bit now, but this is finally a real big one here in the state of California. No longer will proof of vaccine or a negative COVID test be required to attend indoor mega events. Now, take, for instance, upcoming concerts at Pechanga Arena or events held at the convention center. Again, those will no longer require either of those things to attend or to purchase a ticket. Things really will be as simple as buying that entry as your way in and then walking in. It is a stark contrast for venues across California, which will gladly welcome the change. According to the California Department of Public Health, operators will still be urged to screen guests as the risk of transmission of COVID-19 and variants continue. However, while the state is no longer requiring this under the new guidance, there will be some venues that do get to decide if they will still enforce any type of requirements. But look, we're already seeing one venue embracing the changes. Pechanga Arena, the home of the Goals, announced it would no longer require either a proof of vaccine or negative test for guests to attend, which means, again, going to hockey games just got a lot more simpler. Now, for more information on the changes expected and what you need to do or bring for these indoor events, go to CBS8.com and click on that story link. Eric and Netta.
Buy a ticket and walk in. Chris Grow, thank you for that. This morning, we are past the deadline now to apply for rent relief from the state. That was at midnight.
However, a new law is offering some relief for those who already applied for that help. CBS 8's Dana Marie McNichol is live with that part of the story here. Good morning.
Good morning to you both. I mean, that's right. We're breaking down COVID rent relief, what owners need to know, what renters need to know moving forward, because that brand new law that the state passed is an emergency relief, allowing people not to get evicted until June 30th. So we spoke to one man and his family living in Linda Vista in a one-bedroom unit since 2006, facing potential eviction.
That's my house, my home. It might belong to somebody else, but it's my home.
Now, that was Fernando Hernandez, who says many of his neighbors who were frightened by a first notice moved out right away without a fight, slowly destroying his community, he says. Now, because he did fall under 1 month behind on rent due to the pandemic, he was able to apply for rent relief and is still waiting on a response, meaning he falls under the newly extended eviction moratorium. Now, California eviction moratorium actually ended on September 30th, but Governor Newsom gave people a grace period. Under state law, landlords couldn't move forward with evictions between October 1st and March 31st if their tenants has a relief application under review. Now that has been extended to June 30th. And I do want to make clear that renters who did not apply to the program by last night will not receive any protections from evictions due to this new extension. Another important note, starting today, landlords will be able to take their tenants to court and start the eviction proceedings over missed rent. That's because this new state legislation means a landlord can't evict you for not paying rent you owed before March 31st, but it doesn't protect you from eviction for not paying rent after that date. Now, many people who have applied for their relief are still waiting for that. So you can check your status on CBS8.com, click the help button, and make sure you use us as a resource, because there are many different aspects and details to this new legislation in terms of how owners and also renters are protected. So again, you cannot be evicted until June 30th. Those protections are extended due to this new emergency bill that they just passed hours after that potential moratorium would have ended. I'm Dana Marie McNichol, live in downtown San Diego. I'll send it back to you.
Dana Marie, we appreciate that. Now, developing this morning, take a look at this video here. A Russian official says 2 Ukrainian military helicopters struck a fuel depot in the Russian city of Belgorod. So this is new video coming in. It's the first accusation of a Ukrainian airstrike on Russian soil since the war began. The city is located about 22 miles from the border with Ukraine. Russia's regional governor says this strike caused multiple fires and 2 injuries. The Kremlin said this could undermine ongoing ceasefire negotiations between the 2 countries. And right now, a 17-year-old girl from Ukraine being detained at the border here in San Ysidro. Her name is Liza Krasulia. Family friend Molly Surozovsky is a U.S. citizen and volunteered to bring the teenager here for asylum, but their papers were not in order and the 2 had to separate.
I brought Lisa to take care of her in a country with no war, and she's been taken from me. So it's an absolutely terrible situation.
Of course, she was trying to help her, and now Molly has hired an attorney. She's still trying, but an immigration attorney not involved with this case tells us the process could still take up to several weeks. And a Chula Vista church trying to give Ukrainian families a safe haven, but they do need your help. Volunteers with Calvary San Diego, they're doing incredible work. They're picking up refugees at ports of entry, giving them a place to rest, and then taking them to their next stop. Look at this. Women, children. The church says they need more drivers, they need more volunteers, and specific donations. So if you're out there hoping to help refugees, we do have a link at our website, CBS8.com. Just click on the help button and you'll find out the best way to help them out.
We have been tracking gas prices overnight, and they just dropped another 2 cents. Right now, the average price per gallon in San Diego County, $5.97. We were at $5.99 here yesterday. President Biden hoping to drive down these gas prices by tapping into the nation's oil reserves. He wants 1 million barrels of oil released each day for 6 months, saying prices could go down as much as 35 cents a gallon. Analysts estimate Americans could see some relief here in the next month or 2. Let's check in with Evan Narani and see how the forecast is looking on our Friday.
Not bad. I mean, we've got clouds joining us yet again, as we had yesterday, but you can start to see some of the light coming through over the overcast skies. And in some cases, those clouds aren't quite as deep as we had seen them for the last couple mornings. So they're allowing more of the light to peek through compared to yesterday. What this means for us moving forward is that instead of waiting until about noon to see those clouds break apart, we likely will have that take place closer to about 8, 9 o'clock. More rapid than yesterday. That means also some additional time for warming, the possibility of temperatures just slightly warmer than where they were yesterday. But regardless, we're still sticking with the trend of morning clouds, PM, partial sunshine, temperatures still below average in the mid-60s or so. Over the course of the weekend, that holds true as well. Saturday, 64 degrees, Sunday, 65. Clouds are going to thicken as we go into Sunday as a disturbance starts to creep in on Sunday. That means a thicker cloud cover, deeper marine layer all the way through about your mountaintops. And that likely will mean for us that noon hour kind of time frame where we'll start to see that transition from overcast skies to those clouds breaking apart and giving us a little bit of sunshine. When you look out the door right now, we're seeing temperatures mainly in the 50s. 55 in Escondido, 56 in Del Mar, and 59 in downtown San Diego. These temperatures are pretty uniform thanks to those clouds, but you can notice that Borrego Springs, for example, much chillier than usual in the mid-50s right now because they do not have those clouds joining them this morning. Again, clouds should break apart closer to 8 and 9 a.m. and then by 10 we're back to partial cloud cover, mostly sunny skies and mid-60-degree temperatures by 2 p.m. Coming up in just a bit, we will take a look at that coveted 8-day forecast, talk about the big warm-up that is on the way into next week as a ridge of high pressure builds, and that is going to kind of be the ray of sunshine in the forecast as we move forward. As far as traffic goes, we do not have any major crashes or collisions to kick off your 6 o'clock half hour. At 6:10 right now, looks like people are getting to a slow start to the morning, so keep it safe on those roads out there, and of course, we'll let you know if we see any changes.